All right, guys. Well, welcome to, we're closing out the month. It's the end of business, and this is our Jackpot Call. And I am Karen Richards here to host with Jamie Mercer. We're excited to be leading this Jackpot group. So hopefully, you guys, a lot of you did do your homework. You were supposed to post it in the group for us and show us how many trios you needed to complete your month. And a lot of you did that. So we're really grateful for that. And we're going to dive right into, okay, I know how many trios. What's the next step? Because we're really to a point right now, you guys, that it's time to circle back around. Just like we do with our prospects, it's time to circle back around where we started this group in September.
Mm-hmm. And what a great way to do that with the team call that just happened, right? Because that's what we did when we started. We started all about our story. So you guys have a head start, and we're always transitioning and we're always learning. And we took you through the mission-driven model, and now we have this plot guide. And so, like Karen, when she came on, what she said was just so profound. It's just keep it simple. Like don't overthink it too much, but it really is the foundation of what we're doing, of everything in our business. I mean, we said right at the beginning, if you can't comfortably tell your story, having huge success is going to be very challenging. So here we are, October 30th, close the business is tomorrow. Jackpot day is Wednesday. So I just want to start with everybody that's in here now. Does anybody already know that you have a jackpot business? Is your business already qualified and you're going into the last day of the month just free sailing? Yay, Amber! So exciting. Good job. Anybody else? I know we've been looking at numbers and some of you are very close. So you do have, until 5 o'clock on Wednesday, technically, to get it done. And so let me ask another question, because we really want this call to be interactive. We want you to get really comfortable, or be really comfortable when you get off this call, that you can have an amazing next 48 hours. So, does anybody not know what they need? And even if it's a long way, even if it's farther than you wish, it's okay. Do you not know what you need? Or does anyone not know at this point how to figure out what you need in order to get 1,000 PVC? Is everybody good with that? I know I'm looking through my screen. Okay, awesome. So we're going to, like Karen said, we're going to cycle back around, because sharing your story and filling your calendar with events and doing a DMO is really the secret of this business. So we want to come back and we want to just kind of summarize a lot of stuff, and then send you out with some marching orders. So I want to commend, what was I going to say? Tara. Tara shared her story on the big team call, and she did awesome. And I love, I mean, she did it perfect. She did it like Gina did, PLOT. And then Ashley did too, right? Yes. Were you two the only two that did it, Tara and Ashley?
Out of this group.
Out of this, well, yeah, out of this group. Yeah, that's what I were. They both did a phenomenal job. And like Karen said, wherever you're going, when you're driving, when you're walking through Walmart, whatever, just keep practicing it. So it's rolling off your tongue so that you can just say it fast. Because like Karen said, and we know repetition gets things into your head. There are various versions, but most of us, 99% of us, are living crazy lives, and we're going to work, or we're picking kids up, or we're at ball games, and it's just a constant. And that's when people say, well, I'm just too busy to do this business. And I want you to know that anytime you talk to someone, you're teaching them how to be a rep. Because if they know that Ashley was at a ball game and she was able to share Juice Plus in 20 seconds, like, that's getting it done. That's literally doing your business in stolen moments. And that's literally just touching your business every day, just talking to people. Nobody has time. If I had to sit in the grocery store and listen to Karen tell me her 10-minute story, I would be like, oh my God, I'd be going bonkers. But if she interested me with her story and then called me and followed up, then I'm going to hear more of her story, right? So that's kind of what we talked about, is you just touch the surface, and then as you do follow up, you can dive deeper with those people. So what I want to say is anybody on here, have you not done your story or not comfortable, or any questions about your story? So with that, I'm not seeing anybody. Does anybody besides Ashley and Tara want to share their story just to practice?
And Megan's on now too, Megan Branch, and she shared on the call. So awesome job, Megan.
Awesome. Yay, good
We
deal.
had 3 out of this group share.
Okay.
Jamie,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I just watched Gina's video today on the PLOT, and so I just wrote some stuff down. Can I just share it with you guys?
Please do, because when you do it, that's teaching all of us.
Okay, here's what I wrote. Before Juice Plus, I had a child who struggled to go to the bathroom, and my husband and I were tired of being tired. We learned that through good nutrition and eating whole foods, that the body is amazingly remarkable at repairing itself and righting wrong that we've done through poor food choices through the years. We are now very regular and much more energy, have much more energy as well. And I don't get sore after strenuous workouts. That's what I have so far.
That's beautiful.
That's it. No more.
Perfect.
It's there.
No more. Yeah, no more.
That's perfect. This is
What?
what I tell people. You have to be relatable, Crystal. And you said some really awesome, profound, yet simple things.
I was going to say,
Everybody has problems with going poo-poo. Don't lie, y'all. Everybody does. You know you do. Everybody has problems with energy. Yep, we all did. We didn't know that was a part of our story, but we all do. And that you felt relief from that, that would attract me. Totally.
and most people have a history of eating like crap.
Yes.
I mean, and if you haven't, you're lying, because we've all done it. I mean, that's exactly what I was going to say, Karen. That story was so relatable. Anybody could be like, wow, that's me.
Totally.
Love it.
And you know, Crystal, then it just becomes practice over and over, because yes, you're reading it, but one, I don't think there's ever anything wrong with reading. When you're reading off a piece of paper, once again, you have shown your team that it's duplicatable. I have my stuff written right here that Gina was training. I started writing it down. And, you know, when I go through a script, a lot of times I let people see that I'm reading off a script, because anybody can read off a script.
Right.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Anybody else?
Bravery. I love it, Crystal.
Yes.
I'll share mine.
Go for it. Yay.
Okay. Well, we started Juice Plus about a year ago, and it was because I was searching for something, because at the time my 4-year-old, who just turned 4, was really sick. He would come home with anything and everything that went around daycare. He actually at one point had 3 infections going on at once, and I knew there had to be something better for him just to get healthier. We were trying to eat better, and it was just not working, because as well, he's a very picky 4-year-old, which he's now 5, but we were just struggling, and we couldn't find anything to get him to quit being sick. And then I had a coworker introduce me to Juice Plus, and I said, well, let me look into it. I don't jump on bandwagons. I don't just go for anything. So it took me about a month before I actually said yes. And I got my husband and I and our son on it. And it was amazing. After being on it for about a week, I saw my energy skyrocket. My son started to get a little better. He's not 100% yet. We've been on it about a year, but he does not catch everything that goes through daycare anymore. And my husband actually has had amazing results. His stomach has gotten better. He doesn't have to take his Prilosec every day. And he actually, even though it's not a weight loss product, he actually had seen weight loss that he's actually been able to keep off. Normally he does the whole roller coaster with weight loss. He'll lose 10 or 15 pounds and gain about 10 pounds back. And he's been able to actually keep off the 15 pounds that he's lost. So it's been pretty amazing for us. And my latest thing is, the only thing that's changed in the last year is that I've started Juice Plus. Well, my curly hair, which I had lost while I was pregnant, actually came back. I had straight hair about a month after I got pregnant with my oldest, who's 5. And so for 5 years, I've had the straightest hair, and now my curly hair is coming back. So I'm very excited about that.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so on my screen, It just says iPhone. So I don't know. What's your name?
My name's Amanda. We just moved into our house, and so I have no internet, so I have to use my phone.
Awesome. No, I just I'm looking, and then I have it on gallery view. So when somebody joins or something, it jumps, and I'm like, where'd she go? So you were all over.
I know,
my
that's
screen.
when she went from one side of my screen to the next.
I know. I feel like I've got jetting eyes or something. Like, where'd she go? Good job. And who's your upline, Amanda?
Megan Martin.
Oh, Megan. Awesome. Okay. And I just saw Megan come on too. Awesome job. Awesome job.
You know, because I love to give a little coaching, so hopefully that you don't mind me giving coaching. Yep. The only thing I would say is some of the part where you were talking about the weight loss, instead of telling that whole story, you could just say, he's been able to keep off the 15 pounds he lost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Instead of saying, you know, along the way, he's lost 15 pounds. And it's just like condensing it in words. And this is the only other thing I would say for all of you, because I really had to coach one of my new team members. You said something about, and I caught it, you said, it took me about a month to make the decision. So I never put time frames in people's heads, because she said this to a new prospect Saturday. She says, so when are you thinking, in the new year? And I was like, no. That's January. Are you kidding me? I want them to order today. So, you know, I don't even tell people like my kids' ages in the stories that I'm telling. I'll just say when Juice Plus found us, because I honestly can't remember half the time. Like, did that happen when Tally was 13, or was she 8, or how was Owen when that happened? You know, so it just kind of helps condense the story. And this has nothing to do with your story, man. It was awesome. But I was thinking back to when Jamie introduced Juice Plus to me. I really don't remember her telling me a whole lot about Juice Plus at all. I remember her asking me a lot of questions about myself. And that's how we made the connection that we both had preemies. And then she asked me, had I ever done anything nutritionally for that? And I was like, oh, no. But by then I was like, apparently I should, because this girl seems really smart. You know, and she's interested in me. And so she'd already built trust factor.
Right.
So definitely, you know, that conversation piece is really important.
But again, Amanda, yours was very
it was good.
relatable, because so many people have sick kids all the time. So just, I mean, really, and I just highlight that, because that's going to be the biggest part of your story that people are going to remember. Like, her kid was sick and now he's a lot healthier.
Yeah, you said the trigger word, daycare.
Literally, that 5 seconds is the meat of your story, because that's what people are going to relate to, and that's what they're going to be like, okay, tell me more. So really, really highlight that part, because everybody, daycare is, Anybody else want to go?
Hey, Amanda, I just have to tell everybody, number one, I am super proud of you for sharing, because she, I would say, had a confidence challenge after our last event where she felt like exactly what we needed to do tonight. She kind of rambled on and she's like, I couldn't stop talking. So I know it was a little nerve-wracking for her to hop on and share, but you did absolutely wonderful. And already very well condensed down from where you were, but I think those were really good pointers, Karen. You know, just little sections where you can pinpoint it even further. One thing I would offer is, if you feel like it is important to you, just kind of as a pharmacist, to share that you researched it. I think you could say it in that way, that a friend shared it with me, and after researching it a little bit more as a pharmacist, I felt really comfortable in getting started. You know, and kind of, as she said, take out the time frame, but just, you know, if you feel like that's important to share, you could maybe share it in that way.
That's good verbiage, Megan, because that doesn't give any time frame. Like, because anybody, not even being a pharmacist, like, Jamie sent me home with a CD. I researched it. It took 24 hours, but nobody's going to know whether it was 24 hours or 3 weeks. So
yeah,
I love that verbiage. I went and researched it. Thanks for sharing that.
This is good. This is good stuff. We're all learning so much. Anybody else?
I'll go.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So I suffered from IBS and horrible allergies. I was exhausted all the time. Therefore, I craved sugar, and I paid for energy drinks every day. A friend decided to show me a simple way to add 30 fruits and vegetables every day to my diet. And I can't believe the changes I noticed. I got rid of IBS, no longer allergic, and therefore I could spend time with my pup. And I just got a German Shepherd. And I also don't spend money on energy drinks, coffee, all that crap anymore. So I'm so thankful that somebody cared enough to share it to me, and I didn't have to do anything extreme. It was just one simple change.
I love that.
Very good. And you know what? I've heard several people put that in there, that somebody cared enough about me to share this. And I think that calls the elephant out in the room, because sometimes we're afraid to talk to someone. And when you say that, that just like kind of, I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just kind of decreases the pressure. Like, you're telling them, I care about you.
Yeah.
Right.
You cared about me, and I'm caring about you. You're saying it secondary. And I'm going to add that to my story, because I just love that.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I love that, because then you know, it's showing that you're not just saying it to sell something, which is what some people think you're doing.
Right.
Even though you're giving them your story, but when you say, like, I care to tell you, it sounds good to me. So.
And that was so short, Kennedy. You could probably put that on an Instagram video. That's how short and simple that was. And I love that, because that's the stuff people want to watch. And people don't want to watch people on Facebook for 10 minutes go live. They're like out in 2 minutes. They're like, okay, I'm done. You know, but like seriously, if you labeled something like that because someone cared, and then you just said what you just said and be like, and I'm sharing this because I care about you, people would be like, what is she talking about? Because you really even didn't say Juice Plus.
Right.
You said like simple solution. What was the word you just said before that though? You said it was not extreme. I love that.
Yeah, I didn't have to go to an extreme.
Go to any extremes. That was awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm like sitting over here changing my whole story.
You guys are good. You guys are good.
I think that would be a really good challenge for everybody if you're on Instagram to do that.
Yes.
I think that would be really cool.
So let's talk about
for this week
orders then, because back a while, I don't know, it's been several weeks, time flies, but we had you guys working on your stories, and many of you, probably all of you, recorded them. And we know, like, how do you share your story? So there's like, there's so many different ways, and Karen and Megan chime in anytime here, but when we're talking about DMO, like, and you guys are working towards a jackpot business, and you're working on acquiring customers, you're thinking about who you're going to run into that day. Are you going to church that morning? Who's a church you want to talk to? Or you randomly run into someone at the grocery store. So there's those random, meetings that happen that we might not necessarily plan. But then there's that being very intentional act of sharing your story. And whether it be through an event, a live event, a Facebook event, an Instagram video, like she said, or those selfie videos where you're literally sending them to people in their inboxes. So we want to talk about that and how that goes into your DMO, because by now, so we started in August.
No, we started September 11th.
Oh, we started September 11th.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're what, 7 weeks or 7 weeks?
Yeah.
And so we want you guys to have massive success, and we're wanting you to get massive customers, right? And so the foundation of that is through two things: sharing your story and building events. Karen, why don't you go into events and DMO?
Okay, so for me, this is what I think. I just told a team, I did a team call for a sideline team at 8. I said, if you really want to touch your business every day, like we talked to you guys about sending out your story to 2 new contacts a day. I said, to me, you have to have 5 social events on your calendar every week without fail to move your business forward. Now, 5 events can look like I did a Facebook party on Monday. I was on a Zoom event, like these launches or whatever you want to call them. It's really a wellness presentation. On Tuesday, I went to coffee with my friend Jamie on Thursday, and I had skipped Wednesday, but that's okay because I was doing other stuff. And so Thursday night, me and my friend Megan went running. And then Friday, I went to a field trip with my son, and I got to talk to 5 other moms. So it doesn't have to be Juice Plus event, but you have to put yourself into social situations. Like for me right now, I look on meetup.com. I gotta go to Seed Swaps because I have a tower garden and nobody there has a tower garden. I do, some fitness things. I know Karen Johnson on this line, she's gone to some meetup.coms and got some great customers out of them. I, put myself in a new gym situation because I kind of felt like I burned out the other gym. I go somewhere new to get my nails done. I shop in a different area of town. I don't go to the same Kroger all the time. I rotate between 3 or 4 grocery stores. You know, maybe you're in a small town, you can't do that. But like, I always put myself into different social situations, and I always plan my calendar a month out. I know that sounds like a lot, but like, I bring my team over. We have workday Wednesdays, big events. We already have through 2018. We have on our big 2 conferences, Juice Plus Lives, right? One's in Tampa, one's in Phoenix. Those are on there. I am going to come to the Branson Boot Camp, but we have one in Nashville and we have one in Kentucky Lakes. So those are my next bigger events. And then I work around that. So what do we do? Like here we do a salad in a jar or something like it every single Sunday. I have that to build into every single Sunday. Now, there's Sundays I can't attend because I'm taking my daughter to dance or whatever. But, you know, by having these things in my calendar, as I go into my week, I can be like, oh, I'm going to this meeting and I'm going to invite Karen to go make a salad with me. Oh, I'm doing this, and Larry and his wife are going to want to come here with me. You know, I know ahead. I knew 2 months ago that Loretta Koth was in St. Louis. That did not sneak up on me. So by plotting out, and it's funny because Jamie says this to you guys. She has said it to me for 9 years. You will either fail to plan or you plan to fail. I went to a networking meeting tonight and a guy said that. And I was like, do you know Jamie? And he was like, what? And I was like, just kidding. Never mind. You know, but it was like, and then right away he said, who's Jamie? Open conversation. I'm like, oh, well, we do business together, you know?
There you go.
So,
there you go.
yeah. Another thing I do, I wear my Juice Plus gear everywhere I go. I carry a 31 bag. It's embroidered, not Karen Richards. It says Juice Plus. It got me 3 orders at the baseball field this summer. So, you know, it's being a product of the product. It's setting the appointments in your calendar and making sure that people know, you know, and it's not just throwing up Juice Plus on them. I share health related things on my Facebook. I really don't share a lot of Juice Plus on my Facebook, but I want people, when they think of a health crisis or they want to get healthier, I want them to think of me, or that they will connect their friends to me. Oh, you know what? Karen does that. I've gotten referrals from people that aren't on Juice Plus. So we really want you to be a product of your product. And again, that story sharing is so critical. I'm really excited about this Instagram. I think Megan had a good idea.
Absolutely. And I feel like I just have this gut feeling that you guys have really been sharing your stories and you've put a lot of feelers out there. And so I'm just going to encourage you to spend tomorrow and spend Wednesday doing the best follow-up that you've ever done. Don't be afraid to pick up that phone and say, and follow up with those people, whatever it may be. What'd you think of that video? Or what'd you think of my video? Or what'd you think of that event last week? Or whatever it is.
Circle back around. We talked about that many times.
Yes.
You've got to circle back around. You can't share your story once with someone and expect them to get it. It takes many exposures.
So many of you are sitting 200 to 300 away from having 1,000 PVC. Oh, you guys, that is so close. Like if you don't hit it this month, you for sure will hit it next month. But I think that you got 48 hours to bust it out. Who knows what you can get done. Megan, you want to add anything?
No, I'm excited. You got me fired up.
I know. It's exciting.
I would just say for my guys that just, joined in this month, I know you're probably just that, about a month behind, really fine-tuning your stories and really grasping the importance of it. But I would probably just say, isn't it fun to see the energy? And I think even what I think is really cool is to get to hear from other NMDs, but also all of these guys that are also working on a similar goal and showing up. I think that's so great, is that all of you are on this line and you continue to show up, which means whatever those big goals that you want to set, they're going to happen because you're showing up, you're putting in the time. And as long as you then take this away and really put that action into place that, you're given each week, you're going to see those results, because that's what happens. When you show up, you grow up.
Absolutely. We learn so much from each other. You cannot, this power, the synergy that happens when we're all excited and because I promise you, everything you're saying or questioning, somebody else is questioning, we learn so much from each other. You guys are awesome. And I can promise you, I'm learning way more from you guys than you could ever learn from me. Karen and Megan would probably say the same thing. We learn a lot from you all. So we appreciate you. If you have questions, get in that Facebook chat. But we are so excited to see where the month ends.
Yeah, and so I'm chatting with several people on here. You guys, so many of you are qualified. And so I think we just got to clarify what that is. So many of you are qualified already. Some of you are really close to qualification. But what we had you look at was not whether you were qualified. We had you look in your column 6. So some of you are already sitting at qualification, which means you are claiming that 5% bonus. So that's awesome. Woohoo! That's awesome. So what we're talking about, though, as far as jackpot is we want that same number, not in your column 4. We want it in your column 6, okay? So just remember, you might have like between 500 and 700 yourself, but because you have dealers and DDs that feed into you, you're qualified. But what we know is going to happen this month is you're going to be rising them up to VF. And so we want to make sure, 1, that you're getting your own customer base built up at the same time, but 2, keep bringing in those new dealers and DDs too. Okay, and that will help you stay in qualification if you haven't got all those orders in that column 6 yet. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, so many of you are so close. What you posted in the other day was like some of you are like, oh no, I'm 4 away. I'm like, that's it? You're so close. You're so close.
Yep. All right, go drive it like you stole it, guys.
Awesome.
And finish out strong. It's going to be a great Halloween close of business.
Okay.
We'll be looking forward to all your celebrations.
Thank you.